What's good, everybody, and welcome back to the Winning Bucket. I'm Onin, that's Aaron, that's Mongab. We're finished, bro. We're finished. We're already in the finals. And what's your thoughts so far of the series? Because we will be talking more about, I think, this series because last recording was the Knicks already done?
No, that was 3-0.
Yeah.
Oh, not officially, but it was 3-0. But didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter. So
So
let's
we
talk
we
about the series that just finished right now. OKC and the Spurs. What's your overall thoughts?
I think this was a masterclass. From game 6 to game 7, this was a masterclass for the Spurs. Not just Wembenyama, but the entire Spurs organization. Big props to them. And this game 7, my God, I was right to bet on the Spurs. You can tell I'm a happy man. A man who just won good money. A man who nagkain ng lechon manok for lunch kasi meron siyang pera pang lechon manok. A man is very happy. So, big props to the Spurs, big props to Wemby, Dylan Harper, Keldon Johnson, De'Aaron, and the rest of the gang. Especially Keldon Johnson and Luke Cornett. Big time play, big time defense. And I am so happy.
I forget
Shout
Jalen
out to Alex
Champagne.
Caruso for hitting 12 points. I needed you to reach 10. Dog, you are the GOAT for a fucking reason. You know how much the multiplier was for Alex Caruso? 1.9. My dog hit 12.
Uh,
Thank God Caruso is a better scorer this game than Chet. And fuck Chet. I should have bet under for Chet. I did not know. If only I knew that Chet would score 4.
No one
Hey,
expected him
it
to
is.
score four, bro.
No one expected.
no one
The
expected him. That's the reason
the
why it's a
moment,
disappointment.
yeah, when Wemby dunked on his ass first play, belt to ass. I was like, oh shit, Chet is not gonna retaliate. So yeah, big props to Spurs. Thank you for hitting my parlay.
Yeah, it was a master class of a 7-game series. Like Aaron mentioned. First of all, shout out to Shai because he carried his his ass carried this entire team in Game 7. Because he scored 35 points. No, without any consistent help. Cason Wallace was too late. First 3 quarters, it was just J. Will, Jared McCain a little bit, and Alex Caruso also a little bit. OKC made it tough for the Spurs and made it competitive because think thankfully we finally, not finally, but we've had a competitive series and we are up to the NBA Finals. Also for the Spurs, shout out to their players. Shout out to, of course, Wemby, Keldon Johnson, De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, and Julian Champagny. Where would they be without him? That man was on knocking some timely shots in this series. Team is not going anywhere without him, and as well as Stephon Castle. I know he had some foul trouble. And also another thing about that Stephon Castle. Thankfully, Dylan Harper just hustled, keep him on the ground, keep Stephon Castle on the ground because you don't want another technical foul. It's gonna cost the game. So it was a fun series. I really hope the NBA Finals is gonna be the same, and I just know that the Spurs and the Thunder are gonna be. It's gonna be a rivalry for years to come. Also, shout out Luke Cornett for turning into LeBron in that chase down block to
For
Isaiah
one
Hartenstein.
minute, for one
For
moment in
one
his
Yeah, well,
moment.
life.
dude. No, if you think
One
about it,
minute.
that 1 minute was the reason why he got in the game was because Wemby was in foul trouble,
Yeah.
just to get him up.
It was
And for that 1 minute, it was that could have been the play of the game.
it's the play of the
Imagine if
game.
they did not do that, huh?
It's the play
What's
of the
that?
game.
It was the play of the game, but imagine if they did not sub out Wemby. If Wemby did that, maybe it could have been a foul, but it was Luke Cornett who did it, and that 1 minute of Wemby not being in the game was absolutely worth it. Shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder for putting up a fight against the Spurs. Actually, with that Game 7 loss, home loss, it just gave me some PTSD of the most heartbreaking moment for me as a basketball fan. It was the 2018 Western Conference Finals because they lost the Game 7 at home. As you know how that went. Aaron's happy that time, but
Warriors and
yeah, the
Rockets.
Oh,
20 yeah Warriors
it
Rockets.
was
Yeah,
a
yeah, don't.
It was a
It
happy
was a
moment for me.
not for me though. 'Cause, not for me though. Not for me though, because that's that moment. That
Chris
was the most heartbreaking moment. That's when Chris
I,
Paul strained
injured.
his hamstring and injured, but it's whatever. I'm never gonna forget that moment.
I was like, what is Mongab talking about? What Western Conference in 2018? Oh yeah, the greatest comeback ever and the greatest
Yeah, I know.
choke by the
That was
Rockets.
also when they missed 27 straight 27
Threes. Yeah,
straight three
threes.
pointers,
Exactly.
and James Harden couldn't figure it out without Chris Paul. But it's whatever. That's 8 years ago, and I can say I've moved on, but it's still a scar. I'm still scarred from that moment. Yeah, it's heartbreak. Heartbreak is part of sports. You know that. Both of you know that how heartbreaking sport can be,
Yeah.
and it's part of it. It's part of it. Even it's out of our control as fans, but we no matter how much we experience heartbreak, there's nothing we don't know how we'll be able to get over it. Yeah, it's such a heartbreaking loss for OKC because Chet Holmgren only had 4 points, but no, that I think uh the thing to talk about the 4 point is the two field goal attempts.
We'll get to there later. We'll get to there later.
Yeah,
So, as you can see, Aaron and Mongab still remain speechless because, like, there's a lot to say, but everything is like, you still cannot, like, put everything in your mind. And there's joy, there is pain, there is all
I'm
emotions
happy.
in this series.
everything,
Yeah.
everything.
So, yeah.
This is happiness. Mongab is sadness.
Huh?
Yeah.
I wasn't rooting for. Anyway, it's good to see you, Spurs. I just sadness in a way that I just reminisced. I just know what it feels like to be in that to losing Game 7, the conference finals at home.
Yeah. So like that's still PTSD and one gap is sadness still. So for
Yeah,
me this series like it was great even though there was a lot of blowouts, there was injuries and all that stuff which we didn't want to happen because we wanted this series to be so great. And at the end we have got this game 7 which lived up to the hype, but it did not match the same game as like game 1 because
Game 1. Yeah,
no one could stop at game 1. There
still
was
competitive though.
yeah, still competitive, but nobody could stop at game 1. Game 1 was like cinema, was like one of the best of games we've ever seen whole in our life. So yeah, I'm happy for the Spurs. Like even though I forgot what our prediction was when we were recapping or previewing this
No, I
series.
I
I had
did.
Thunder in 7.
I had Spurs in 6 or 7. I was like,
What are you
yeah,
doing? Eh?
Yeah,
To do
6-7.
6-7.
yeah. I have OKC, so like it's
Huh?
okay. And I'm happy because we're going to get the finals rematch of 1999,
Yeah, then
the Spurs
with
and the Knicks, which is
Knicks.
we'll be previewing that one later. We're giving our predictions as well. It's like an early prediction because the game just finished like hours ago, so we'll give you it's like an early prediction. It's like an early prediction. So throughout this game, Shea needed help. Like, that's what I realized. Shea needed help. Chet Holmgren ain't doing shit. Jalen Williams is out. We already know that. AJ Mitchell is out. We already know that. Jared McCain. Where would OKC be right now without Jared McCain? I kept on saying that one. If you watch my recap, if you follow me on TikTok, I talked it all over there. And yeah, where would OKC be without Jared McCain? And that's crazy to say, like, before the trade deadline. Like, what the fuck? So, yeah, shout out Jared McCain. He was the one helping. Kayson Wallace tried his best. Isaiah
Too late.
Hartenstein was like, you know, not really thing. Jalen Williams tried his best. Okay.
J Will? Yeah.
Yeah, Jay will.
J Will.
Yeah. So shout out to OKC. Shea just needed help. There was no help for Shea. And the Spurs,
Everywhere.
I like the Spurs right now. Like I think everyone loves the Spurs right now. And I think that they're the favorites for the finals. Let's see. I think that's the one. But as a like the pride. They are either my age, Mongab's age, or Aaron's age.
Yeah.
And they are in the NBA finals. So like do you want them to win? It's prideful, but like and if you put it in F1 thing, you have Kimi Antonelli, who is way younger than us, who is now in the leader at the
19.
drivers' championship. So like, well, people younger or our age are like, whoa, and some of us are still starting. So like, yo, so like,
Hey, at least we're graduated. There's still people older than us at school. Ooh.
shout out to the Spurs. I love the way they played today. The offensive rebounds were great. The Wemby was great, even though he's on foul trouble. Stephon Castle did this thing. Shout out to the Aaron Fox, because once he came back, the turnovers of Castle was just like eliminated. Like he had only like one or two turnovers per game rather than five, rather than a total of 20 turnovers in the first two games. So shout out to the Aaron Fox for keeping that one and being the veteran presence. Uh, Bismack Biombo off the bench as well, who's a great veteran presence for them. The veteran presence for San Antonio Spurs was great, but the production of Keldon Johnson, Julian Champagny, Dylan Harper, everyone, Devin Vassell, everyone really helped the Spurs in this game. So now let's talk about someone who did not help throughout the series. What's your thoughts on Chet Holmgren?
Hey, I'm happy. I'm happy. Chet, um, the entire season, the entire playoffs, the entire 2025-26 season, Wemby has been giving you belt to ass, and you have not responded at all. So, Chat Holmgren, I think you're Wemby's bitch. I think everybody knows that. And you just disappearing. There was a moment in the fourth quarter where Wemby had 4 fouls already. You were already in a face-up situation, then you just fell on your ass. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen. By the way, nagpasingot kami nito nila JP at Charles, so we were watching this live, like, it wasn't our turn. We laughed really hard when his ass was on the floor.
Sabay,
He was gonna do
sabay pala nanood pala kayo sabay?
We were at a basketball club in the morning, so
Ah,
we were watching it on our phone, and then we
the
saw
phone
he
lang.
did.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he was a face on on Wemby. Wemby was like doing this, and he just fell on his ass. It was so funny. So I think Chet should really just work on his confidence. Okay, Wemby took the soul of his confidence out of him. You know who had more shots than him? Alex Caruso. You know who had more shots than him? Lou Dort. You know who had more shots than him? J Dub. I know, J
J Will.
William.
Yeah, J Will.
J Will. So, what does that say about you, Chet? You're supposed to be the second option for this team, knowing that J Dub and AJ Mitchell is not here. You just disappeared, bro. Disappeared. You didn't even try to take a shot. No jump shots. No face ups. Didn't find your own switch. Didn't find an open three. Hey, I think you should really work on your confidence, brother. You gotta shake it off. Enjoy Cancun, and thank you for giving the Spurs the nod, the Wembenyama era to their NBA Finals. So yeah, for the Spurs again, and this is something unprecedented. One of the youngest teams in the NBA who did not, as Kenny Beecham said, who did not face the scars, the difficulties of growing as a young team, or growing pains of a young team. They just developed, and now they're in the NBA Finals.
Some people are saying he just pulled off the Ben Simmons. Yeah, but that's the reason why I had to before I was talking earlier. I was looking at the feed, just reading some thoughts on Chet Holmgren, but yeah, just how some people are comparing him to Ben Simmons, but the reason for that is the two field goal attempts. I think in the past there was a time in the past where Joel Embiid didn't have a lot of field goal attempts. I forget when exactly, but yeah, you gotta be more. You gotta go 1 out of 10, then 1 out of 4. So 10 is still not good enough, but still you gotta.
At
There's
least you
something
tried.
about at least he tried. Yeah, that's the whole point of it. He just lost his confidence. He doesn't. Yeah, about that. About the face-up moment at the end when Wemby had 5 fouls that Aaron was talking about. Yeah, Wemby had 5 fouls. Reggie Miller on the broadcast was saying, "Go at him. Just go at him." Because Wemby has 5 fouls. So and you gotta get going. Because J Dub is out. AJ Mitchell is out. who- there has to be Chet Holmgren who's gonna show up for this team as well for the offense. But no, he did not show. He did not even attempt many. He didn't even. You gotta get good looks. Look for it. Like, that's the thing though. You're not. He's not even trying. I think that's the problem. So like we said earlier, if he had 15 attempts, maybe he would could have made 10. He could have made 10 field goals. You know, he was just letting he's passing up shots and not even trying to be aggressive. Um, I wonder how different Carl Anthony Towns would be in the series in the finals going up against Wemby, but we're not talking about that yet. Uh, no one else. I mean, not is Jay Will was attempting more shots. So was Jared McCain and Alex Caruso. And but yeah, Chet Holmgren was not. That was just gotta be more confident on it. I know he's good enough to at least maybe so get some few points on Wemby, but he just has to be more confident on it.
And it's already a mentality thing. Like, remember, regular season, he's averaging 17 points, 8, 9 rebounds, 2 assists on 55% from field goal. We all know he can score, and he decided not to score against Wemby. If you look at the stats he had throughout the series, 8 points game 1, 13 points game 2, 14 points game 3, 10 points game 4, 16 points game 5, 10 points game 10, game 6, and 4 points
Damn, I didn't know there was a 10th game.
game game 7. So, yeah, I think he had, I cannot like see everything, like how many field goals he had total, but I think he had way less than Lou Dort and Jared McCain possibly, and Cason Wallace. So, Chet, bro, um, I really don't know. It's Wemby owns you for now, because it's still the start. So we will see what happens, and I know he can bounce back. But if he cannot bounce back from this one next year, because we all know that they will still face each other for many years to come. But if he plays the same way against Wemby, then there needs to be change in OKC. Because what do you think should be next for OKC? Do you think they should run
Giannis
back,
Antetokounmpo.
trade up, trade for Giannis, or like, yeah, what do you think
Kawhi.
they should do?
I don't know.
Because
Mm,
I'll give you like a background. The max contracts of I think J Dub and Chet Holmgren will kick in next season.
Next year, yeah.
Lou Dort and Isaiah Hartenstein have a
Team option.
team option, and
Yeah.
if they will keep them both, that will cost 40 million next year for OKC.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Like, are they over the threshold if
There will
they
be they
keep
will be
them?
almost over the threshold. So
Yeah, but it's not gonna be enough room to keep
yeah,
everyone else.
then
Sorry,
either
go ahead.
if you will not keep either Lou Dort or Isaiah Hartenstein, you can have an extension for Cason Wallace, because Cason Wallace played very well, and
Is
we all know how good he is defensively, and he's really been a huge help for the OKC. And I think he is one of the steals leader or the steals leader in the regular season. So we all know they're going to keep Cason Wallace. So what do you think they should do? Would you keep Isaiah Hartenstein and let go of Lou Dort? Let go of Isaiah Hartenstein, trade someone, get Lou Dort, keep Lou Dort, trade for Giannis, trade your 12 and 14 for Chet and someone else or somebody else to go up in the top 4 pick, or just run it back.
damn, you're asking me, a Filipino kid from Davao City, to be a GM for OKC Thunder. Okay, let's
Yeah.
do this. Uh
If you are Sam
I
Presti,
think
what do you think you should do?
I think they should let go of Blue Dart. Honestly, if we have Kaysen, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be more than okay. We're gonna be fine.
they
Let's
have Alex
go.
Caruso too.
Yeah, exactly. So let go of Blue Dart. his bitch ass is not needed here. Sorry, I do not like Ludort as of recently for the dirty plays he did. So yeah, let go of Ludort. I think any other teams will love his service, but for the OKC Thunder, hell, from player 1 to 15, they can all ball. So what's the difference of losing Ludort, honestly? And Giannis going to OKC, I do not see him wearing a blue
Who would
or
you
an
trade though?
orange.
Who would you rather trade J Dub or Chet?
Honestly, I'd rather have availability. Well, availability is the best service to a team. And Giannis is injury prone now, so is Ludort, but it's Giannis. So I think if Giannis would like to go to the Thunder, because he will request a trade to a specific destination. Di mo yan siya nga, ambot, trade me to the Blazers or something. I don't know.
He wants to. He
He will
still wants to.
have,
He wants to be in the East.
yeah, so definitely he will request a location. But if this was just free for all, yeah, get rid of Ludort, trade a valuable asset in the OKC, just not named SGA, Chet,
Or
and
Caruso.
or Caruso. Honestly, other than those three, the rest you can
Yeah.
have them. Enjoy them. You want picks? We have a bajillion of those picks. Enjoy them. I think this is the most easy way to do this for next season. Like just get rid of those contracts that you cannot afford. Let go of Blue Dort and get Giannis. Yeah. So I don't have a package because I don't know who earns specific how much to match the Giannis trade. Because knowing Giannis is also very very expensive.
Yeah. You're gonna have to trade one of those starters.
Mm, exactly.
Yeah. So you might have to trade J Dub, even Chet Holmgren. But seems like Chet Holmgren is still gonna be untouchable because
Yeah.
he just had a bad game though. Bad game seven.
He
That
just bounced
that
back.
I know we know they know he can bounce back. As Shea once said in a press conference, he's bet on Chet every time. But even though he better, because we know he is capable of doing more than what he did in Game Seven, and I have no doubt that he's gonna work. This Game Seven is gonna live in his mind rent free, and he will bounce back next year. 'Cause, yeah, uh,
So
this
you want to run it back?
huh
You're running it back.
about Chet Holmgren with Chet Holmgren, yes, this- they should keep him, but if they really want to get Giannis, that's a tricky part. They might have to trade J Dub or J the package. I don't know from the top of my head the what package would work, but maybe it might have to be involved J Dub, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Lou Dort. J Dub. I saw somebody say trade J Dub for top five pick in the draft, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Actually, I don't think it's a good idea. Because they're trying to win now. Why would you trade for a top five pick who without any experience and who you don't even just not even sure if this guy is gonna fit well with the OKC Thunder as much as J Dub does.
If you're willing to
Yeah,
trade Giannis, are you willing to low-key destroy the future for just 2 years of Giannis? That's the big question if you are the OKC
the
Thunder.
Bucks.
I know a
If you're
lot.
trying to win now, yeah, if you're trying to
If
win now, just go for it. Yeah, Anda?
if Giannis is an OKC Thunder player, who is number one? Is it gonna be SGA or Giannis?
Shay. That's still Shay.
That was the yeah,
That's
that was
still
the
Shay.
question when Damian Lillard joined the Bucks.
Oh, they missed not on the same level as
That's still
SGA.
He
On
that's
it.
still gonna be Shay.
yeah
Like they
yeah,
will
but we
just
know
alternate.
it's gonna be shit. Yeah,
Damn, this is gonna ruin Giannis' legacy. Ayan
Not.
na lang.
yeah, but it gives them a bigger chance to win though. Because we
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
but
know they want to win.
yeah, but it's
but the
but
narrative
yeah, go.
narrative wise, you'd think, oh, you won only your second ring, Giannis, because SGA. Oh, Giannis, you're supposed to be on the caliber of the LeBrons, the KDs, the Currys, the 2020 version. You just
Yeah,
won your ring
KD,
because of SGA now, bro. Me, where I've seen this movie before for KD. Ikaw!
KD still yeah, but with that KD situation, most people think he still has something to prove because he won those two championships with Steph Curry, and after that. there's still a narrative going on that he has something to prove. He has to win without Steph Curry. But yeah, it's still ongoing.
Yeah,
That's it still has
yeah.
a damage on his legacy. Even though he won the championships in Golden State, there is still something missing. But
And
go ahead.
I
go.
Uh, I, uh,
and I was thinking, what if not OKC? What if he wants to be a Spur? Giannis. I mean, they have the assets to do it. They have
Yeah,
the young.
yeah. There's like that option as well. Like he can go to this first, cause or if you remember, like last season, there was like, or before the season started, there was like Spurs was like one of the top teams to go for Giannis because they have the assets, or throughout the
They
trade
have the
deadline they
young
have the
bloods.
assets. So like it could possibly
should
be,
they want to? No.
but I think no, because with what they have right now, they don't want to break that core. They have that for the future.
It really depends on where Giannis demands a trade to go to. But imagine if Giannis was a Spur. Imagine, Giannis, ano, Eurostep, pag mo miss, kinsa mo sa, si Wemby, ala, 974! You know, that would be so overpowered, the definition of Twin Towers 2.0. Pag ma-miss ni Wemby ang kanyang 3, na yung lupad ng squad, 6'11 Greek freak. Blah!
The
So yeah,
spacing. But I know Wemby is gonna play more on the outside if they're gonna have Giannis there.
spacing is not a problem. Everybody's a shooter in the Spurs, and Giannis is gonna be fine. Imagine the threat that you have to look out is a 7'4 alien at the perimeter. So Giannis is gonna have the spacing he wants. But yeah, going back to OKC, I would, if I were Giannis, sell my soul for 2 years and then try to win a ring in a different team, be my own guy again, become KD. Okay, you know what we all say for KD. Yeah, he did win those rings with Curry, but a win is a win. A win is a win.
Still got it though,
So
but
still
yeah,
got
the way
it.
he got it, the way he got it is the question.
Yeah, but who's gonna say like, hey, at least you're a champion, bro. You're here. You know
That's
that's
yeah.
where my take.
They can debate whatever you want. They can debate anything about how you won the championship, but they're never gonna debate that you won a championship.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
not gonna place you higher than those guys that we mentioned, the all-time greats. But they're
he
not
still got
gonna
it.
deny that you are a champion. 2 out of your 3 rings, if you're gonna stay in OKC for those 2 years.
As a fan, I don't want that to happen. Because for watchability point of view, I don't like to watch two fucking players have 15 or more free throw attempts per game in two teams, bro. The fuck, Shea gets to the line always, almost all the time. Like I even saw a meme na Shea just slip and fall in the Martin Hall and he has two threes. Like,
Yeah,
huh?
and
Yeah. And then Giannis, he can also average like 12 free throws per game. So if you
To
put
be
them
fair,
then
his
together,
is
takes him 10 seconds. Sorry.
ethical way of getting fouls.
yeah.
He doesn't just. But another thing with Giannis is in the free throw line, it's gonna take him 10 seconds to shoot a free throw.
Nah, it's way quicker now.
Huh? Oh, it's
It's
quicker now.
it's
But
quicker now.
But
still,
it's ethical hoops.
Yeah, it's
Ethical way
ethical
of
hoops.
getting.
But I don't want to watch a lot of free throws, bro. Especially for two players, bro. You remember that game? I think I forgot what game. Game 5 or game 6? Wherein it was 45 minutes long ang isa ka quarter. It's like, hell no. I think it was game 5 ata. Like OKC and Spurs. I forgot. I think it's game 5. Third quarter, 45 minutes real time. I'm not watching that shit, bro. Kapoy kaayo. So, yeah, I watch a game, bro. So, it is what it is. But I don't want it to be in every game. So, yeah, as a fan, I don't want it to happen. And I told my friend who's an OKC fan, you just have to focus on Shea and Chet. Like, you either make them bulk up and be
Or
bigger. Yeah.
give
And,
Chet his confidence.
yeah, and with the things that you have your draft picks. There are also cases where you can just jump up because that 12 and 17th pick are good. And with the history you have at drafting in 12, I think you're pretty safe. I think OKC is pretty safe. So, you either have to think of what your next position is for Ludort, and I say Hartenstein. But for me, keep the core, try to elevate, and possibly get Andy Mara or Yaxel Landerborg for in the draft if you can. If you can. Yes, Andy Mara is like one of the most, not really, but he rose in the draft, mock draft, because he was good in the draft combine. And Yaxel Landerborg is their go-to scorer
Michigan.
of the Michigan
Michigan, di ba?
Wolverines. Yes,
Michigan, yeah.
Michigan Wolverines who became champions in the NCAA tournament. So he's fucking good, and I want him in Miami. So because he fits the Miami type players. So it is what it is. Congratulations to the San Antonio Spurs. We are happy to see you. But before we get into that, one question: which series as a whole did you enjoy watching more, based on the player performance of Anthony Edwards or Shea? Which performance did you enjoy more?
I enjoyed Ant's performance. He gave belt to Jokic. He was injured for a minute, then he came back and eliminated the Nuggets.
Yeah,
They might have lost
but against Wemby, because they both faced
against
Wemby in these
Wemby.
playoffs. Yes,
I
against
think
Wemby.
it's.
Did you enjoy
I
Shea's
think it.
performance more, or did you enjoy Anthony
When
Edwards'
you say
performance more?
when you say enjoy, like entertained or like you were impressed by his skill set.
Impressed and entertained.
Yeah, Edwards, bro. That dog was more entertaining than Foul Merchant. Did you know in the fourth quarter I watched him SJ flop like ganyan lang with Wemby. Basta ganyan, he was expecting a foul. Who is gonna be entertained by that shit? No one. No one. So out of just annoyance of SGA's performance, I'm gonna go with Anthony Edwards. Dog plays ethical hoops. SGA, you know, no one touched you, bro.
Yeah, about that, about the Shea foul baiting. There was a time in the, I think, third quarter when Shea was taking over. When I think it was Stephon Castle was guarding him, but then Stephon Castle, Shea faked, then Castle went for it. He was outside. He was trying to go away. Shea went toward him, but got the three free throws. And he
Unethical
did.
hoop.
Remember that? Remember that third quarter?
Yeah, I know that one.
Some point in the third quarter, Stephon Castle was the one guarding him. Shea went towards him. Like, that's not how he's supposed to play basketball. If that was Steph Curry, he would have just shot it. Or
He would have find his own shot.
yeah, he went for the fake, shoot it. He had a good look though. He just went for the foul. I think there was another time. I forget who was guard. I think it's Dylan Harper. I don't remember. The same thing, but just a 2 point shot. Shea went towards him. There's also another play. See, I'm keeping track of the play where Shea tried to foul bait somebody. I don't know who was guarding him that time, but he tried to shoot it, didn't get the call.
No,
Actually, there
notice.
was.
Yeah,
Ano,
go on,
ano,
go
ano.
on.
So I just noticed that there were times in the game 7, where Shea tried to foul bait but did not get the call. That's how it's supposed to be officiated. But
So notice how we highlight SJA's memorable moments with foul baiting, foul merchants. Name an SJA moment besides he dunked on somebody from game one. You say
no,
31 points, but out of those 31 points, where we're like, oh shit, he is the MVP of the league, you know?
Mid range.
So,
The mid range
yeah.
the mid
shots.
range.
But when you say SGA, what do you think first? The baiting, the foul baiting. So notice how when
Shiftiness.
we mention specific moments for these two players, we say, "Oh, Ant Man, he dunked on somebody's ass. He did this. He did that."
He took
For
over.
SGA, yeah, he took over. For when we go for SGA, notice how we did this to Ron Harper. Notice how we did this to Steph Castle. Notice how Wemby was doing this, and he just said, "Ah." So in terms of entertained and impressed,
Yeah, I
I'm
agree with
biased
Anthony
towards
Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I actually agree with that because Anthony Edwards was actually hooping and played through an injury, but still competitive as hell. But
Yeah, I also
yeah,
agree. I go with Anthony Edwards as well. I enjoyed the three over Wemby. Like he did that, I think, two times in the series that they had. Three over Wemby. Like that was so cool, and it was fun. But I might be the one that might be going somewhat against with what you said, kasi I understand why Shea was foul baiting in Game 7 because he had no one there. Who the fuck is helping him there? He's
Yeah,
going to
it's
do
a good
that
point.
because he needs rest. And if you go to the foul line, you cook the time, you take your
Yeah,
free throws, easy baskets, you can help your team, you can also destroy the momentum of the other team. So he needed help. So
yeah, that's
I
a good way
Mm.
to look at it.
I
It's a good point.
understand it. I
I
think
got
I
it.
said it also in the pod. I said it in the recap as well. I understand it, so I have no reason or like I have no hate towards his foul baiting in Game 7 because no one is fucking helping him as the second option in Game 7. There was a there was something in the broadcast, a stat in the broadcast. That was the word stat. That in the third quarter, Shea had 31 points, 31 or 20 something points. OKC had 14. The rest of OKC
The
had
rest.
14. So I understand why he needs to do those foul baits because he needs to rest and he's
Mhm.
the one only scoring there. Because if he's out there, he's not there. Kayson Wallace will be late. Jared McCain sometimes might be there, but Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, they will ball hawk everyone there. And they won't care about Chet. Chet won't do shit. So like, yeah, I understand it why. So I understand the way if people watching it, but I have my own take on that one, and it is what it is, bro. I understand Shay. I understand Shay. So yeah, congrats once again to the San Antonio Spurs. And before we go to the finals and we give our preview to the finals, do you have any thoughts about the series with the Knicks?
I was so pissed by that. I thought, di ba siguro sila magpa-sweep by game 4? Dili ba siguro?
Oo,
It
basta
was
Si
dili
just
man siguro.
Donovan.
si Harden
Okay.
ba kay mas step up man siguro siya kay legacy on the line ba?
Oh,
So,
or
Only
si Mitchell, step up mo na, Bart.
so you know how
only
much I
Donovan Mitchell.
yeah,
Donovan
Donovan
Mitchell
Mitchell.
at 31 though.
I have a
Only
hot
him.
take for that for Donovan Mitchell as well. So, yeah, going back to that Knicks versus Cavs game 4, game 3 specifically, I was like, Harden, noon sa man ka? Nga nagipasagdan lang nimo si kasi Brunson ba to nag-layup lang like
Yeah, Brunson.
in and out crossover,
Ah,
mobile like,
Bronson.
oh, ako dito switch. Oo, imuha
Jared
tong
Allen.
switch. Ay, Allen, imuha tong switch bay.
Imagine.
Imagine 1v5, 1v5 in and out lang tas layup dayon. So,
Yeah,
here's my hot take for Donovan Mitchell. The reason why we don't give Donovan Mitchell the shit or
the
the
props.
the no we the reason why we let Donovan Mitchell go or like the leash for him is longer compared to James Harden is because he drops numbers like these all the way back to Utah Jazz. I don't
Yeah,
know who said it. I think there was a retired NBA player said it that Donovan Mitchell. The reason why people don't give a shit if you lose is because your leash is longer than Harden's because you drop 30, 40, 50, etc. And as a leader, you do not provide as much as the people think you should be. So when you are doing these things, you are not really winning basketball. You are just I'm a stat pad, so people won't be mad at me type of guy. You know,
yeah.
in the glance of a regular guy, you're like, he did drop 40, I guess so, but but you still lost. So the leash is so long for him. It's so long. So like people do not give a fuck when they actually give a shit. So going too hard then, damn bro, you couldn't guard a 6'1" left-handed dude. Imagine on an island twin Hezi full back to
Game
back
one.
game one exactly, and in game 3, 4,
Dean
ay
Wade. Not even Dean Wade.
ako
No.
atong switch bay, what dito? Oh, imuha to. So
But
yeah,
Max Bruce was a no show. And
yeah.
actually,
So yeah, okay. Going back to my thoughts, but I was thinking of something for Donovan Mitchell. The moments when you already scored 30 or 40 or whatever, and then when the ball is needed at the most, like the ball is needed by you, you go stand on the other side of the court and let Harden do the twin dribble whatever. And then when he misses or like turns it over, it's his fault. You're supposed to be taking that pressure away from him and Harden being the two guy, not being Harden. I mean, James Harden takes all the blame for this because he doesn't play defense. He's tired. Well, it's crunch time. You should be the one to take these opportunities, these shots, because you are the man of the Cavs. Yeah, I'm going around there because this is my dark horse, and I bet 200 to win Game 4. So yeah, Evan Mobley, I'm not done with your bitch ass. 4 for 19. God damn, you're
Eh,
7 feet. Get your ass under the ring. Ang nagabantay mo si mo si either si OG, si Cat, or si
Hart.
Mikael Bridges.
Oh.
Naran or si Hart. Naran na sa upat. Kini yung height no? Kini sila. Hook shot bay. Up and under bay. Kabalo kag poste.
Legit.
Poste ba? Ano ba? Pang, pump fake, hook shot. Ano lang, badili ka ng twin hesi. Mm, piss me off. Way too much.
Yeah, just not shots weren't falling though for
Yeah,
Sam
exactly.
Merrill. Sam Merrill. Who am I? Dean Wade.
Yeah,
Max
otro po
Strus.
this is Max Strus, si Dean Wade, si itong white
Merrill.
guy,
Merrill.
no, no, Bowen something,
Merrill.
the other white guy.
Merrill.
Tomlin.
Um. No, no.
Proctor.
No. The talking about rotation players. Dean
Yeah, the
Wade.
other white guy.
Thomas Bryant.
Sam Merrill.
Keon
Sam
No,
Ellis.
Merrill. Max Strus. I don't
Jalen
know.
Tice. Is
Not Jalen Tyson.
the white guy.
Greg Porter.
Sam,
Tyrese
there's only three
Proctor.
white guys I can think of.
Tyrese
Or just oh,
Proctor.
he's not part of the rotation. We're taking
Basta ka,
rotation. Wait, the white guys in the
Sa Jared
rotation
Allen.
are Sam Merrill, Dean Wade, and Max Strus only. It's one of those three guys. Or the fourth guy, light skinned, is Jalen Tyson.
basta ka tabay.
Which
Nabot ko.
which one? I'm intrigued.
Si Merrill, si Sam Merrill.
Merrill,
Fuck
yes,
Sam
Sam
Merrill.
Merrill, yeah. Yeah, Sam
Yeah,
Merrill.
yeah, he's the white guy. Like, imagine by game 4, 5 points, pila mo test take 1 for 2.
He had a good game 7 against Detroit, but no.
It's not Detroit anymore. Fuck.
Yeah.
So anyways,
Third.
Cavs get better 3-point shooters. Harden,
LeBron?
sorry bro. No. Sorry Harden, your legacy is tarnished. You were good in the 2010 era, now in the 2020 era you suck. There was this take that if Harden retired during the pandemic or like early 2020s, his legacy would not be tarnished. He would remember, oh, he's the most scoring shooting guard of all time, blah 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 blah. And now that he is here, it just goes to show he's a choker on the elimination games. Choker. Game 7s, game 6, choker. Could not cardio. What the fuck? Yeah, so I'm done with this rant. I remember in game
Because
1 where we asked how would you rate this team or like what was the box score or like the letter box. I said a 4 out of 10 or 4 out of 5 stars. Holy shit, this series is a 0 out of 5 stars. Shit was boring.
Shit was boring, bro. Not gonna lie.
You had
game 1
Taylor
was
Swift
fun.
watching. Taylor Swift was on the court. You didn't do shit.
Travis Kelsey and his fiance.
I'm
I
done.
didn't
I'm
do
done.
shit.
Okay na.
Yeah. We will talk more about the Cavs in a future video because I think that's what our off season will be about. But congrats to the New York Knicks. They swept it all. So now, let's go to the finals preview. TR season series 2-1 New York. One game tambak, one game close game, and one game NBA Cup with Wemby in the bench. New York is
The
in,
reason, sorry.
yeah, New York
Yeah.
is in an 11 straight win by an average of 23.8 points per game. Crazy stat. Who do you have winning this series? And what do you think they should do? Or what do you think are their advantages of each team that the other team, or like, that they can like take advantage of?
You know, okay, I'm watching the stats right now. And I'm looking at the bracket for the Knicks. Okay. So they had the Hawks, then the Sixers, and then the Cavs. You know what they didn't face in those series? A 7'4" alien. They did not face dominant centers. Embiid was there, but not really there at the same time. Embiid was there, but not there at the same time. So in terms of these teams, so they had the Hawks, the Sixers, and then the Cavs. They did not face a 7'4" demigod. The Knicks did not face a 7'4" demigod in
Right.
their series in the East.
Ah,
And now
okay.
that changes everything. That you have to guard a 7'4" demigod in the finals. You know what? The Knicks do not have consistency with Mikal Bridges specifically. He will score if needed be. He will not score when he needs to score. I mean, okay, that sentence did not sound right, but he doesn't score every time. He scores when needed lang. Okay? So how are you gonna score if the Spurs have everybody who has the same physique as you, who are more intense, who are more hungrier? I mean, they're both hungry, but there are more players who can guard you. And who's gonna stop Wemby? Definitely not Cat. He could not guard anybody in front of him. Not
Gonna
even
be
fast. That would
who?
be who's gonna guard Wemby when it's versus the Knicks?
Jose
I had
Alvarado. Let's go.
so
Mikal
so
Bridges stats throughout the past 3 games: 14 points in their first game, 13 points in their second game, 25 points in their last game. So
and when he was
yeah,
versus the Hawks,
the
when in
Hawks guy,
versus the Sixers,
yeah, he was
see
not good.
see what I mean? He only scores when he needs to score or when the opportunity provides itself. Because no one can guard Mikael Bridges versus the Cavs. Those white guys cannot guard him. I don't know who is guarding him anyways. I was more focused on the Cavs. Anyways, this proves the point that the Knicks, though they have the heart, though they have the entire city state of New York with them, who is gonna burn to the ground, win or lose, I don't think they're stopping Wemby. Especially now your eyes are on Wemby. The I think OG will be guarding Wemby, but Wemby faced taller, smaller, stronger people than him. You know,
Chet
twink
Holmgren
twink,
and
on
he
your
faced
head.
Twin
he faced Chet
Twisted Buck.
Holmgren and Isaiah
Yeah,
Hartenstein. So
for his
I don't see how
22nd point.
I don't
So
see how
yeah,
it's gonna be a problem for Wemby. Sorry, no. Go
so
ahead.
yeah. And Dylan Harper and De'Aaron Fox is 6'4", 6'6". Brunson is 6'1". You the reason why Brunson was scoring crazy because Harden was guarding him, or it was Donovan Mitchell. Those two
Or
are
Tyrese
those
Maxey
two or Tyrese Maxey exactly.
or VJ Edgecombe.
Dylan Harper is not lazy. Aaron is not lazy.
Stephon
Devin
Castle.
Vassell or even Steph Castle, they are not lazy defenders. So this will be more difficult for the Knicks. So I'm
They've yo
going
sorry.
with Spurs in 6. I will still give credit to the New York Knicks because they have heart. A heart so big that the state of New York could explode. And I'm not even exaggerating. So yeah,
Okay.
Spurs in 6.
Finals MVP.
Wemby, definitely.
No. I just know where Onin is going if the Knicks are winning this, but anyway. The thing with the Spurs I was gonna add up to Aaron is that in guarding Jalen Brunson, in matching up against Jalen Brunson, the Spurs have already see how the Spurs have already played a series against SGA. We were just talking about that for a couple minutes ago. But so in guarding SGA, you have to. The frustrating part of it is the foul baiting, the flopping. But Now they have to do the same thing to Jalen Brunson. So Jalen Brunson, he proved me wrong that in this playoffs that he's not that much of a foul baiter. I mean, I used to think he was a foul baiter last year, but not really. Looking at him this year, not really. He's not really that kind of player anymore. But anyway, Jalen, we know are capable of guarding Jalen Brunson. Yes. So Jalen Brunson being guarded like that, there has to be other people showing up. Cat, Mikael Bridges, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, of course, and of course the guy who showed up all series long against Cleveland, Landry Shamet.
You know how ass on defense you have to be for Landry Shamet to do an in and out 3-point fadeaway? That kind of level of ass for the Cavs. Bay, di lang yun once. Nay fast break. Pwede niya ihatag sa mag-layup. Sige mo, gi-pull upan bay.
Three
Asa
points
ka na.
lagi.
Marag Steph Curry ba, but on the Knicks or something. I don't know. I don't have a analogy. So yeah,
More of Clay Thompson for me, but anyway.
yeah. Go on in. Your turn.
Ako pa.
Someone pause.
I'm
Go on,
not
go
done
on.
yet. I was talking about Landry Shamet. Knicks, we know they're gonna do the thing. Yeah, like you said, Mikael Bridges might not. Even back in Phoenix, Mikael Bridges sometimes does not show up on offense. But we know defensively he can do whatever, do anything. He's versatile with use the long arms. We know he's capable of doing that, but I know there will be times when Mikael Bridges is gonna be the one guarding Wemby. Sometimes he's gonna be the one guarding the Aaron Fox or even Stephon Castle. I know the Knicks are gonna try figure some things out just to play around with how they're gonna match up against these Spurs. Carl Anthony Towns. I know Carl Anthony Towns is gonna be more aggressive than Chet Holmgren was against the Spurs. Also, I know Mitchell Robinson is playing through a broken pinky, and he had surgery for it. And Shams said he is
He can
good to go
play.
for game one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he will play game
that might
one,
affect.
but which might affect it. He's not gonna. Uh, um, he might actually be a better free throw shooter this time. I don't know, but anyway, they're gonna need him if they're gonna match up against Wemby, because I imagine they might go double big at times to go against Wemby, to get Wemby out of that's something effective. Something I saw with what OKC was doing was they're trying to get Wemby out of the paint. That's how they were scoring. Spurs were able to do that, do something about it though. So yes, it's gonna be a dogfight. Hopefully, it's gonna be competitive. And I think I like how the Spurs Thunder series went played out. It was the bench that really defined how which team will win. I think that the same thing will happen in the Spurs Knicks. Which bench? The question is which bench is gonna provide more. Again, but the bench is gonna be very important for both teams. Also off the bench for the New York Knicks, he's not really part of the rotation. Is Jeremy Sohan, who played in the Spurs earlier this year, and I know he's not playing, but yeah, I just intrigued of it. He's played for both
Ring
teams, so
secured, by the way. Ring
ring
secured.
secured. Yeah,
Yeah,
ring
if
secured. No
you
matter who wins.
whoever wins is going to be champion. So who do you have, Mon?
Jeremy's. I have Mikael Bridges. Actually, no. I'm not gonna get there. I'm not gonna join that. I have so this is my this is not an easy pick, but I was initially so when the Knicks won, I was actually yeah they might actually win it. They might go. I'm going them in six against the Spurs, but that that has changed. I don't know.
Mura
I'm
kag
not
Moabin,
confident in
Mon.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Mura kag Moabin, Mon.
Uh,
Gago, pili yan ako.
I have to go. After watching the game last night against the Thunder, I have to go with Spurs in 6 games. But initially I was gonna go Knicks in six, but no, though I know Spurs have an answer for everything that the Knicks have, so I have to go Spurs in six. And of course, my Finals MVP is Victor Wembanyama.
Because while Monica was talking, I was making faces here. I don't know if you will see it because based on the edit. It is what it is. But
Yeah, I was see looking at it. Sorry, actually,
yeah,
sorry.
because if there's no edit, you will see my face because I am looking at the stats they have for their past 3 games in the regular season. And one thing that I noticed is I think he will be my X factor in the series, and that guy is Stephon Castle. If Stephon Castle plays good and be consistent, then he can help the Spurs win. Because why? In one of their games, Stephon Castle, 1 of 9 from the field. Let me check the other one. Um, 1 of 9 from the field. Another one, 5 of 13 from the field. And in their tournament and in their NBA Cup, he had 5 of 15. And you know who's guarding him? Michael fucking Bridges. So, that will be the big thing. If Stephon Castle can show up and the Aaron Fox we all know is a bit hurt, then it will be a good thing for the San Antonio Spurs. We all know Wemby is going to be good, but there will be Towns. Mostly it will be double team. There will be Towns who has help from OG, who has help from Josh Hart. So it will be a bit tough for Wemby. But in the other side, the Knicks love to attack the paint. Remember, they have great cutters in OG, Josh Hart, and Mikal Bridges, who
Yeah,
loves that corner or that wing or the free throw line, who loves that area there. You have Wemby. That's the same thing with the OKC. They had a hard time driving to the paint because if there were a lot of possessions when Shea was going to drive but he saw Wemby, he passed it out. We will expect those from the OKC. We will expect those from the New York Knicks, especially with Jalen Brunson, especially with Mikal Bridges. So, one thing, the corner three will be key for the New York Knicks because
yeah, they need Cat for that.
the Knicks love Landry Shamet there. The Knicks love Mikal Bridges there. And that was one of their
Mas
keys
McBride.
against the, yes, also Miles McBride. That was also their key against the Cleveland Cavaliers. No one could guard the corner three. The cutters, if they make Wemby go out of the paint or if they make Wemby be out in the free throw line, that's an easy cut. That will be an okay, easy cut. And yes, as what I said earlier, Stephon Castle, he needs to show up, especially with they have almost the same frame as Michael Bridges, and also they can also like match the speed a bit. That will be tough for Stephon Castle. So the Aaron Fox, you need to put work. In the past 2 games, he had, or the stats that I can see here, he had in the NBA Cup final wherein Wemby was just playing in limited minutes, he had 16 points in the NBA Cup. In one game, Fox had 7, and in the other game, is it this one? Fox had, no, not this one. It's this one. Fox had 26. So Fox needs to also show up. Dylan Harper, I am not sure. But if you're rooting for the Spurs, because I know everyone's rooting for the Spurs, you love the way they always adapt and change because they have the greatest mind in their back with Greg Popovich who can really help them analyze stuff, change game plans and stuff. Like, yeah, so that's the good thing for the Spurs, and Spurs learn to adapt. And I think also the Knicks changed their game plan when they were losing to the Atlanta Hawks and, changed everything. So, yeah, that's all I could see. I could see that one both because not really similar. They don't play really similar, but some of the stuff that they do are a bit similar. And also in one of their games, Julian Champagne shot 11 threes.
Yeah,
Wow.
I remember that. Julian
Wow.
Champagne.
Wow. And that was a 132 to 134 San Antonio Spurs win. So, shots need to fall. Threes need to fall. That is almost, I think, the same thing for basketball. In every game, your shots need to fall. So for me, I like it to be the Knicks. I like it to be the Knicks, but I don't see Wemby being stopped, especially with their mindset of the San Antonio Spurs right now, wherein it's really do or die every single game, and the Knicks are just dominating. I think I will predict game one will be another cinema type of game because their first game this season 132 to 134, that was cinema. Yeah, I think that was cinema. So that will be a cinematic game. But if I had to choose and who I would not really put my money on because I don't want to bet right now because like it can really change. But if I will give you my prediction, because I think I might give you my full breakdown prediction in my TikTok, wherein like I'll watch the games replay and stuff. But for now, because this is our early prediction, Aaron has Spurs in 6. Mongab has Spurs in 6. I might go Spurs in 7. I
Mm.
want these 7 games. And with both of them being matched, and I think the Knicks have a bit of game plan on how to stop Wemby with their experience throughout the regular season and possibly containing Stephon Castle. This might reach 7 games. This might reach 7 games. But with the way we've seen Wemby in the call this in game 7, the mentality he had, you have to love that one. You have to love that one. You have to take that in note and you see how they perform. Like maybe also as well, game 7, Julian Champagny is real. So yeah, I have the Spurs in 7. Shout out to the Knicks for like reaching the finals. We love you all for that one. But yeah, we have the Spurs winning this one. But I want it at 7 because aside from them being matched up together, I want this to reach longer. I'm not ready for
Yeah.
it to end.
Make
Yeah.
us have more content, guys.
Yeah. Give us more content.
Yeah.
So yeah, so those are our preview and predictions. We might do a bit of another TikTok or short or recap or reel if we want to delve in deeper, possibly more. If because like this is an early prediction. Thursday pa ang next game, so we still have like 3 days more, 4 days more to like really delve in if we want to. We'll just talk about it later. But with all the things that we have said, this is our prediction. This is our preview. So, congrats to the San Antonio Spurs on for the winning bucket because we have the San Antonio Spurs as NBA champions and we have people our age becoming champions. So,
Who's your finals MVP?
it is what it is. I have Wemby. I
No.
have Wemby. Like I think everyone
No.
goes for Wemby. But if the Knicks win, I'll go with Michael Bridges.
Hell no, dog. We've been over this since 2022.
21, yeah.
Cause like if
2021.
cause
Hell
if
no, dog.
Because if he stops, let's say, okay, if you have the Knicks win, for example, so we have officially, Spurs 6, Spurs 7. If you have the Knicks win, how many games?
Let's
Six.
play with 7.
6 gapon.
6 yapon. MVP.
Ako 6 gapon. Jalen Brunson.
Brunson did not. Brunson did not. But if
Or
Towns,
Mikael Bridges.
if Towns stops Wemby, that will be Towns. Yeah. Yeah.
How?
Yeah. If he stops. And if, what do you call this, if Stephon Castle is stopped, then that's Michael Bridges, bro. That's Michael Bridges. So, yeah. But it'll be shocker if Josh Hart wins MVP, if the Knicks win. So,
No.
so yeah. Those are our predictions. Those are our previews. So,
Asa?
yeah.
Sorry.
Go on.
Ako. Shout out to Dylan Harper and Jordan Clarkson for representing our country in the NBA Finals.
This is Jordan Clarkson's second NBA Finals.
And yeah, and Dylan Harper's first. So, and Filipino representation in the finals. So, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Filipino representation, Ron, tanaw kag Palarong Pambansa.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
what's your
yeah, I
uh,
watched it all for 5 games. All 5 games.
yeah, so before that one,
I
this
didn't.
is our NBA conversation is done. So Ron, what's your thoughts on the Palarong Pambansa?
So I wasn't really.
You know what? Okay. So shout out muna to Davra for winning 4 games out of 5. And god damn, Straa was a different level. You know the idea nga they were supposed to get big men to stop Braga, Ian Braga. Bitch was a bitch. Sorry, kid. Sorry. Pero you were not the problem. Si Duterte pala ang problema, boss. Yes, si Duterte pala ang problema. He is 16 and plays like Zion, literal Zion. He was never. Ian Braga was never the problem. NCR was never the problem. Clara A was never the problem. It's Stra A.
The comparison of um Duterte, direct Duterte, is Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah, I can see that too. The Mantas Zamones, pero taba mo siya. So, murag Zion ang kanyang near physical itsura na
Yeah.
fun. So yeah. So Zabonis like the third Zabonis and Zion like left-handed. And nakuha na ko nga, damn, perfect ang game ninyo sa NCR and then pag-abot nyo sa finals, you couldn't buy a 3 if kailangan nyo. I did not like na Maki. Yeah, Maki, bata ka pa, and the entire Davao region does not like you right now. Pero Davao region or those who support Davao and who are shitting on Maki, isipin mo ba high school pa na? Kamo mga nanay trabaho ba? Ingon og mamaw, bugaon, crocodile. Kamo na naman may trabaho na may mga buot siya, wala pa. So ayaw na siya awayi kay pag-abot na niya college, matudlo naman na siyang maayo. O gets na ako na napildi sila kay yes, partially sala ganyan niya. Pero kamo, ayaw po idala sa internet kung lagot mo at that moment ka na, ayaw na idala sa internet. Baka, we all watch sa Player Spotted page or kay J Project yung live stream. Kabalo mo nga, 5,000, dabra 35K, dabra ako bay. Nya, napildi man.
Real.
Kinsa may sala karon nga napildi sila nga nagpuan kabalo mo nga i-support ni ba close man ang game, no need na ipusta kay close man ang game, pwede man mo magsinggitanay nga walay magpustanay. So props na sa nagpusta kay Stra 5K ba to versus Dabra na 35K. Paldo.
Paldo kayo.
Paldo.
Ako kay gina-avoid na ko ang good katong comments kay Listo wag tanog full screen. Gago full screen na lang kuy kaysa magunsa basag comments.
So ako naginabasa ko man gud kay mag-ads man gud ang DJ project
mag-ads.
ba. So like ang sige ningon sa mga tao, maki mama, maki bugaon, maki kuan kuan. Yan ginasabi nila kay si Matt Cayetano hit 2 important 3-pointers. Nya wala na gibalik ang bola siya ha. So people were really really pissed. Ano man ni magdito? So, abre man dito si Matt sa pikas. Yeah. Gone man. He saw an opportunity. Naman siya green light. Na-pissed off na kay wala na shot. Pero if na shot, hindi. Lain na yung story noon.
Lain na story eh.
Pero wala man. And wala man na matagan si Matt og opportunity keep on shooting ba. So, kato. And shout out to the Aarons, Luage, and Bayanban. Kita mga Aaron, no? We're like that. Shooter tabay. We're born to be shooters.
Init kayo itong
Yeah.
against NCR. Gago.
Exactly. So, yun. I just really didn't like na how the negativity, like, in-shove nyo kay Maki specifically ba? Bata man na siya. Nagan pa man nagmagi. Sala lang yun yung nagpusta ragid mo. And to Straa, ikaw, si Duterte at yung yung point guard nila na he had a 7-0 run. Kasi 8-0 run ba yan?
Panaligan. Si Reinhardt.
He had his own run. Big balls ba?
Yeah,
Unta man to kag kuan? O big school ba? Or ano ko, senior high ka pa ba? Basta big school dapat ang kuan
They're all
mo.
senior highs.
So graduating or hindi na? Hindi pa.
I don't know them.
Ako si Duterte, 16 years old pa, high school pa na. Napanay grade 9, grade 10 nga gihon. Tapos pila pa na kayo years magbalik dira, balik-balik.
Gani.
Imagine grade 8. Siya ang number one option. Asa ka na grade 8 na number one option? Sa panahon na
Entire
mo?
school. I remember
Entire
I was there in
region!
grade 8.
Entire region, gago, palarong
Yeah.
pambansa, di ba?
Region!
Yeah.
Entire region nagsalig sa isa ka grade
That's
8.
just shows the that man's hard work.
Bay,
Kita ka
gago.
nasanay ta nga ihatag sa senior ang bola.
Gago bay, tungon sa bay. I watched their semis against Clara A. Bay, kahi, kay siya bay. Kurutan nga di ko nga ano siya gi-bench. Ano ka gi-bench? Tapos nag 12-0 run. Ana itong mga notes na ko ng friends sa notes sa IG. Basketball po ba ni? Finals ba ni tumbok man kayo? He subbed in. Dominate niya tanan. Ano ko, gago.
Dog sila.
Ang strategy
Dog sila
na
to?
bantay
Dog sila.
dog.
Dog
Ang strategy
sila.
na dapat magkuha double big man to stop Ian Braga. Dapat yung strategy yun ibigay kay Duterte. I don't know, basta yun yung logic nun kay di man lagi si Tanod-Tanod like they didn't get him. And yung isang big guy na taga Ateneo Senior High na bago lang nag-graduate. So yun.
Si Repompo.
Yeah, si Robompo. Yun man yung logic nun. Kuha niyo si Esterdante
Estandarte.
Estendarte para to stop Ian Braga. Ian Braga was never the threat in NCR. It was the point guards, the shooters.
Sila Rokid. Sila Okibata.
Yeah, exactly.
Sila
So,
Pascual.
dapat yung strategy na kinuha yung double big para yun sana kay Juan Duterte. Pero I don't know. Nagkawatak-watak sila nung nag-abot na ng last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. And then I don't know what happens sa shooting nila.
Yeah, and I did not say it's TikTok. I like some people know me there. Coach just got out coach. Coach just got out coach. There were a lot of, especially sa mga runs, especially sa mga runs, na he was supposed to need to call timeout. Di ba siya nag-call timeout?
Yung 8-0 run ng kuan lagi ng Estrada siya lang isa. Tung
Oh.
nagkaabot pa ng 8 points na run, doon pa siya
Timeout.
na dapat the first sign of a 3 points pa lang, dito na siya nag-time out.
Kaya gani. So, yeah. Congratulations gyapon for Dabra. We're excited to see what happens because they're all heads up. We're excited to
Graduate
see.
naman sila.
Yeah. Rene Baterbonia is going to college. Pellegrino, Cayetano, Sonoria is still having one more year in senior high. But in ADMO, and I think Bahinting as well, in ADMO, Luwagi.
Admong si Risos?
Yeah. I think nagkuha siya sa ADMO.
Oh, so magkaaway sila minutes ni Jared Bahay.
No. Jared Bahay is college.
Yeah. Eventually, he will graduate
Yeah.
at maging college player.
Yeah. And then you also have Luwagi goes to NCAA. NCAA yata.
Ay.
Enderon ata.
Enderon, yeah.
And then si Bulasa goes to NCAA as well. Yeah, so yeah.
Shout out to Gian. Yeah. You're very important kasana.
And yeah, because like, yeah, I was always like, coach just got out coach. He did not play his bigs. He relied on Nene Butterbonia, who was much thinner, who just kaon ni Duterte.
Nagsalig siya sa kay Maki and the rest of the small forwards but the rest of the guards to do something.
Like kasi ito itong gikuha nila sa taga Samal and
Si Dumag.
Tung center?
Damag?
Tung dato. Si Damag, tung dako na center nagikuha nila. And tong si Repompo, they did not really play them and give them at least like 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes to see lang. Well, yeah, it is what it is. We're excited to see what's next for the Calabarzon team. And what's next for the Davao Eagles because most of them will graduate. And I think sila Bambam, which is sila Maneo, will go up. Yes,
We will have another Rise team.
Yeah, possibly we'll have another Rise of Bain thing. So yeah, those are Aaron's thoughts about the Palaro. Those are also my thoughts in the Palaro. And yeah, I did not want to say it to TikTok. Like people were like, "Uy, di mo kabulubog yan." Ano ko, boy?
Exactly.
I have been low key under Coach Jess because he was like my assistant coach, but I didn't practice that much. So because at that time I didn't like their game style. Kaya puros dagandagan nilang game style so I didn't like it that much. So I focused on school. So yeah, I was low key, but I didn't practice that much. So yeah, it is what it is. Before we end, shout out to our Facebook page that got 45 followers already right now as of
Woo!
recording. No promotion and all that stuff. Um, Follow our TikTok, follow our Instagram. Everything is in the link down below. And we will give you more because we will do our reels after this one. We might cut things here and do for reels. We'll also just stay tuned. We'll be doing more as the season comes to an end and we will see what's next. Alright. This is Winning Bucket. I'm Onin. That's Aaron. That's Mongab. We'll see you all soon. Peace.